My fellow Singaporeans, I have with me Dr. Ang Yong Guan, who is a member of the Progress Singapore Party. Dr. Ang is a very well-known psychiatrist with more than 30 years of experience. With the COVID-19 situation, and especially the latest restrictions on social movements, many Singaporeans will feel very stressed mentally. I have invited Dr. Ang to give some advice on how to cope with the situation. Dr. Ang, please.
Fellow Singaporeans and residents, this COVID-19 crisis brings a lot of uncertainty to our lives. One main reason is that there are people out there who are carrying the virus but are not showing symptoms. We go about in our daily lives filled with fear, insecurity, and anxiety. Just a week or two ago, we were able to move about quite freely. From 7 April, many of our activities have been restricted. We are encouraged to stay at home and to go out only when absolutely necessary. This form of restricted living is good for our overall well-being and to prevent the virus from spreading. However, this may be getting some used to, as we may feel that we have lost our way of life. Together, we are experiencing a collective sense of loss during this crisis. For instance, loss of our ability to move about freely, a loss of unrestricted social interaction and connection with others, a loss of safety, and a loss of normalcy. The word crisis in Chinese is 危机, which means within danger, 危险, lies an opportunity, 机会. We are all facing a common enemy, a small, tiny virus, which poses great danger. But within the danger also lies opportunity to take stock of our lives, to improve our body's immune system, and for the scientists to find a vaccine to deal with this fatal enemy. How each of us reacts psychologically to the crisis actually depends on our mental resilience, our outlook on life, and the kind of support we get from our friends and family members. Humans go through various stages in reacting to loss, from disbelief, shock, to negative emotions such as anger, disappointment, guilt, anxiety, and depression, to life being messy and chaotic, before we finally accept the situation and learn to live with it. For some of us, we may go on to find meaning in coping with this crisis. So how do we cope with such negative emotions? One way of handling this crisis is to find meaning in this collective sense of loss. How do we find meaning? One approach is to practice mindfulness. Focus on our breathing to remain calm and stable. Feel great that we are still healthy and alive. Focus on opening our mind and observe the many ways of viewing the crisis. Take time to rest, time to reflect, time to connect, time to catch up on things we have delayed in doing. Focus on the present, cherish the here and now, not lament about the past or worrying about the future. Focus on the current activity you're doing and enjoy it. Focus on the surrounding, be it flowers, food, books, TV, or pets. You may end up during this period finding new hobbies. Focus on connecting with those at home. Focus on optimal protection, such as keeping a distance, wearing a mask when you go out, and not overreacting, such as panic buying or hoarding. Be mindful that others need to buy groceries as well. And also be mindful that everything has two sides, negative and positive. Focus on the positive and not the negative. It doesn't help. Focus on support from friends, family, and remember your faith in religion as well. And remember to give support to others who need help. And keep finding meaning in this collective loss. At the end of this whole journey, we may become more enlightened with a new approach to life. Stay mindful. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Ang. I'm sure many Singaporeans listening to you will benefit from your advice. Fellow Singaporeans, let us all keep our cool and we can overcome this health crisis together for country.
For people.